So I am just working on getting some stuff organized because I'm going to be working on my Christmas journals to sell. And I have a lot of stuff to organize. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to organize and create some things. So right now I've got some envelopes that I'm working on making. And the papers that you're going to be seeing. Yes, Glitter, I am so bored. I am like you, girl. I don't go to bed for another couple hours because it's almost 10 o'clock here. And I'm a 2-3 o'clock in the morning kind of person. And all them other people go to bed and it drives me insane. So it looks like you and I can hang out for a bit. Maybe we'll get Diane here to drive us crazy a little bit too. So I'm just going to work on making some envelopes and organizing my ephemera stuff for my journals that I'm going to make. I know, I hate it when there's no one to, when there's no lives going on. It drives me crazy. But when there's lives on, it also stops me from getting done with stuff that I need to get done. But hey, with just you and me, we can totally keep up with the chat, can't we? Glitter's going to think I'm insane by the time we get done with this. So I bet if you looked right now, Glitter, you'd be my top fan because there's nobody else here. Just you and me. So what are you working on, Glitter? I need to go watch your video. I haven't seen that yet. See my pretty little envelopes? These are from the kit from Silver and Sparkles from Pam. It's the design team that I'm on. This is one of her Christmas kits. She's got a couple Christmas kits that I absolutely love. Hey, J-Mac. Thank you for showing up. I'm bored, so we're hanging. We're not doing anything exciting. We're just hanging out. You're watching me organize and get my act together. What are you doing, J-Mac? Everybody else ended their lives and went to bed, and we're like, okay, this is pretty boring. So I thought, okay, well, I'll go live and see if anybody shows up. Yeah, I've got a lot of those half-finished things going on, J-Mac. Oh, I did see that, Glitter. I did see your kitty watching Hither and Yon. That was funny. It's a good one to watch. She's pretty awesome. She was one of the first. Well, she actually was the very first live I ever went to. And she just makes you feel so welcome and like you completely belong there. She's just like so down to earth. And hey, Vicky. I'm bored, and everybody else went to sleep. You know, us West Coast girls, all those East Coasters go live and then they disappear on us. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go live tonight and see what happens. So, so Heather Nyan, she's just really sweet. I love her. She totally supports small channels and doesn't mind you promoting. Like I asked her if I could promote my live and she was completely fine with it. And oh, I'm sorry, Glitter. That's a bummer. And in fact, DJ will be on my show on end of August. I can't remember. What time is it there, J-Mac? I know for Vicky and I, it is only 5 minutes to 10. Oh, so close to midnight for you. Yeah. I think Glitter said it was close to midnight for her, too. I thought. And maybe I am wrong. We just got back from Florida, so I'm kind of, well, I never really actually settled down to Florida time. I stayed up late the whole time. So, Glitter, you must be Central Time then also? Oh, look. J-Mac, great minds think alike, don't they? So the papers that I'm working with right now are from Pam at Silver and Sparkles. That's the design team that I'm on, and I'm just making some envelopes and stuff to get ready for my journals. So nothing exciting going on here, just me talking to you guys and jabbering away like a fool. Figured if I was going to talk to myself, I might as well see if there's any crazy people out there that want to listen to me. Welcome, my fellow crazies. Aren't they pretty? Pam does some really cool stuff. I don't know if you've watched any of my videos, J-Mac, but I've got a couple things that I've made. Hey, Juju! I thought you were going to bed, girl. There was I've done a couple things with some papers from Pam at Silver and Sparkles. She's got some really cool stuff. I love them. Yes, J-Mac, correct. Normal is very overrated. And you will not find normal here. Or at least not with me. I can't speak for the other ladies, but you will not find normal when it comes to me. It's all good, Juju. It's okay. I was bored and I saw that Glitter was bored and I thought, nah, I'll try going live and see if anybody shows up or not. And I managed to get Glitter and J-Mac and even Vicky, although I don't know if Vicky's still here or not. She's gone quiet on us. Juju was my fantastic moderator tonight for my very first live. And she did a fantastic job. Was that the first time you ever moderated, Juju? I do too, Juju, but it's not going to happen. Well, you did do a fantastic job, Juju. Every time I looked, you were telling people to give thumbs up. And she is a very great encourager. I was talking just a little bit ago about how Heather Nyan was very supportive and Mama Juju is too. She's very supportive. In fact, the very first live I went to of Mama Juju's was she pulled an all-nighter and some really crazy storms too. There was thunder out there that I could hear on the in the live, but she and I stayed up all night trying to get people to join to subscribe to Dana, because Dana was trying to get to 500 subscribers, and that just showed me how sweet of a lady she is, because she does support other people and trying to get them to grow as well. Juju told you that? Well, Glitter, that's more than you had when I first started watching Juju. Yes, it does, J-Mac. It does get a bit wild. And I think that's why we all like it. I think that's why we like it. Because I think all of us that watch her are pretty much of the same mindset. I just love listening to her accent and hearing the crazy things she says. She's got some quotes, some Southern quotes that just crack me up. Do you, J-Mac, do you post regular videos too, or you're just trying to get to be live? You know, every time I hear Juju types, "Hey Pam," I can totally hear her saying it with her accent that she doesn't have. Never posted a video before. What do you make, J-Mac? Do you do junk journals or? I know Glitter does some artsy kind of stuff. That's cute, Glitter. Yeah, nope. No one in Mississippi is going to think that she has an accent because they all sound the same. Right, Juju? That's funny. I know my husband came out when Juju was live tonight and stood here listening to the accent. Yeah, J-Mac, it is. I will subscribe to J-Mac once I get off here. Am I doing that upside down? There's that fake writing on there, and I can't tell if that's the right way up. I'm doing it that way. This is the way I want to do it. No worries, J-Mac. That's what this community is all about, is supporting each other and making sure everybody gets a fair chance. That's what I love about this community. If it weren't for people like Juju and some of the other people that I follow on lives that thank you, Juju. Oh, I forgot you were a moderator. Yay, if Juju's around, I don't have to think about anything. Yeah, they just, you got to help other people, right? That's what we're here for. I think that's the difference to me. I don't know if anybody else agrees, but to me, the difference between animals and humans is that we are supposed to be here to help each other. I think that was our sole purpose, is to help each other. I know, Vicky, it's kind of like listening to Die too. or my Aussie grandbabies. Oh my goodness. Talk about having to listen to, really have to listen and get used to them. Hang on, let me click on J Mac's link before I, there we go. Before I forget. Oh, J Mac, I'm already subscribed. Okay. Dang it. I was going to help you, but I guess that doesn't help very much, does it? Exactly, Glitter. Thank you, Vicky, for doing that. That's sweet. It's a very sweet community, especially this group of people. I've gone to, I must say, I have gone to some other lives. I've gone in, I've said hi. I've said hi again. I've said hi again. And then left because they didn't even acknowledge. I mean, I even put the big, pink, obnoxious, waving hands in there with several of them, and I still did not get a hello. And I'm like, all right, you guys are snooty up in here. Not my kind of peeps. Glitter. I know, Juju, right? What the heck? Ain't no reason for that. Just because I'm not the normal person you talk to. The mushy old lady, Vicky. Vicky, you can't be much older than I am. Yeah, Juju. They're talking at each other like they're either talking to each other or they're gushing over the person that's creating, trying to see who can one up the brown nosing. It's very frustrating. I don't like it. Vicky, I turned 62 on Wednesday. Look at this one. Isn't that adorable? I love him. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, it was the 16th, whatever day that was. Everything's kind of a blur with being out of town, and that was stressful in and of itself. I had never met my sister-in-law before, so that was hard right there. Oh, yeah, well, I guess you are, Vicky. Not that much older than my husband, though. Glitter's probably like, what, 15? 35. Oh, my goodness, Glitter. You're just a baby still. J-Mac, you're 69? Well, that surprises me. I honestly thought that you were probably like in your 20s or 30s. Cindy tells you you're 15 too. That's funny. You always have so much energy. I think that's why. You come into chats, Pammy. We're all crazy, J Mac, all of us. Yes, Glitter, you. My husband's gonna come out here and think I'm weird talking to myself. He doesn't know I'm doing this right now. That, and he's gonna come out and ask why the garage door's open, and that I'm gonna have to tell him that it's because the kitten's out there and I didn't feel like fighting with him, so he's in the garage. I think we lost Juju. Look, here's some of the other stuff that she has. This one's beautiful too. Look at these. This is a different kit. This is I think it's vintage Christmas or something like that. I can't remember, but I thought these would fit perfect with little golden books, just because of the colors in them. Or maybe oh, she's there. Yeah, aren't those pretty, Juju? I love her stuff. She's just got some really cool stuff. And then, so she's got those, and then there is another kit that has a bunch of, there's all these little Christmas trees. Tons of little Christmas trees. And then some of them have, I don't think I cut any of them out because they weren't what I wanted, but some of the solid ones like this have little animals on them. Yeah, I didn't cut any of those out because I didn't want them. They've got really cute little animals on them and stuff. So, it just kind of depends on what kind of journal you're working on. And then it has, there's also all of these little stars that go with them as well. So, yeah. She's got some cool stuff. I'm happy to be on her design team. I know. I think they're pretty too. Yeah. Juju likes to raid people. We did a raid on Crafty Witch. And Crafty Witch is another one that sent a whole bunch of people over to my channel as well. So if you haven't tried that, J Mac, check it out because they're really sweet over there too. And she makes some really cool crochet stuff that is creepy. She like does all of the horror movie type stuff. It's really cool. Yeah, J Mac, her stuff, she's got stuff on Etsy, and then she's also got some stuff on Buy Me a Coffee. There's some freebies on Buy Me a Coffee. Let me show you some of the other stuff that she's got because I really like, obviously I really like her stuff or I wouldn't have joined her design team, but chickadee raid. So yeah, so this paper was from her kit, from one of her kits too. This is Meadow Blooms, I think is what it's called. And it's got all of these. This isn't from her. These are old Creative Memories journal cards that I'm trying to get rid of. She does do cute things too, but most of her stuff is kind of creepy style. And then there's a bunch of tags, and then I made this one also in my very first live when I was upside down in Diane's world. Oh, is it birdies? This one would be perfect. She's got a ton of bird stuff on there. A ton of bird stuff in that one. I'm not a bird fan. They kind of creep me out, but the birds in those aren't too bad. But for some reason, birds creep me out. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's too much of the movie The Birds, you know? Let me see, J-Mac, if I can find her. Oh, I know I can find it really quick because I bookmarked it. Hang on a second here. So it's Pam at Silver and Sparkles. Oops, there we go. She amazes me. Crafty Witch amazes me with the stuff that she's able to do. There you go, J-Mac. She doesn't follow patterns. I crochet as long as it's straight. Like, don't ask me to make you a shirt or a sweater or a stuffed animal or anything like that. I can make blankets. And that's about it. Yeah. Glitter, I don't think we have enough people in here. Well, we've got 7 people in here. How'd that happen? We don't have enough people to do it, right? Yeah, me either, J-Mac. I can't do creepy. Well, I love creepy movies, but I don't crochet creepy stuff. Yeah, glitter. Scarves, anything straight. If it's straight, I can do it. If it's not straight, out of the question. I tried to make a hat. It didn't work well. I tried to make several hats. It didn't work well. Right, Juju? Isn't that crazy, J-Mac? People like that just absolutely amaze me that they can sit there and just figure stuff out and do it. I love Goldie sent me, because she was part of a swap that I was in, and I have no idea where I buried it. I was going to show you. Oh, here it is. Goldie crochets really well too. Is this it? No, that's from Joyce. There it is. Goldie sent me that one. Isn't that pretty? I love that flower. Like, that's going in a journal for me, not anybody else. All right, guys. So the John Brown person there, that's my mom. Don't know how she found me. Yeah, Mom, probably has something to do with being pooped on by a bird. Glitter, yeah. I go in spurts. I'll crochet for a while, and then I don't crochet. And then I crochet for a while, and then I don't crochet. Exactly, J-Mac. You got to start somewhere. And that is exactly how you start, is with a chain. So if you know how to do that, you can start just about anything, right? I can put what on a cover? Oh, the flower? Yeah, I know. That's what That's what I was thinking too. It's too pretty to hide inside. It needs to go on the front of a cover. Cover. Mom. Can't hear the other person? You're not going to hear the other person, Mama. It's just me this time. You missed the one with the other person. This one is just me jabbering. Because I was bored because Juju went away and left poor Michelle and I bored. So I thought, I'm going to go on live and see if anybody decides to come and hang out. And a couple people decided to come and hang out, including you, which really surprised me. Yes, Mom. Michelle is glitter. J-Mac is J-Mac. You slept through my other live? Mama. How dare you? Mama Juju's name is April. Vicky is Vicky, obviously. They don't know J-Mac's name. Everybody just calls her J-Mac or J-Mac and cheese. Yes, it does, Juju. I have actually accidentally slept through some of your lives too, I must admit. Or fallen asleep in some of your lives. Look how cute that is. In the bushes. Should I, do you think I should punch a little curve here? Hey, Marty. Yes, you are. Pam was Pam was bored. Dad's name was John. My mom is Patty. Or you can call her Grandma. She likes to be called Grandma. Everybody calls her Grandma. Even the kids in my classroom called her Grandma because she would come and help, and she told them to all call her Grandma. No, you don't, Mother. Ignore Juju. Juju's a troublemaker. Oh, I should have glued this so that little flap was on the outside to make it look like a real coin purse, huh? Or not coin purse. Coin envelope. All right, guys. Should I punch a hole here? Like a little half circle here? Yes, you are, Juju. I have met you. I have met you. Marty, my mom is the one that's showing up as John Brown. Apparently, I need to go in and help her figure out how to get hers so that it says her name and not Dad's name on it. So. All right, y'all are ignoring me. Thank you, Vicky. Vicky says yes, I should. The rest of y'all are ignoring me. And that y'all thing is Juju's fault. Did Pam have a cold upon her chest? Oh, did you? I didn't see it, Michelle. I'm sorry. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry, Marty. Is that another one of them Southern things? I know y'all have some weird sayings. Although I don't think Marty's Southern, is she? Yes, glitter. I won't punch anything that would hurt anybody. Better? Yes? Or bigger? Yes. Mom would be lost. I agree, Juju. If it's a bug, it's okay to punch it and hurt it. Glitter, you're crazy. Okay, Marty. I didn't know that one. Or Earl, yes. Please punch Earl. Definitely punch Earl. Okay, I think that's too small. I think it needs to be a little bit bigger. You don't like how small it is. As she looks up to make sure that nobody is yelling at her, like unlike Juju, who does things and people are yelling at them. There we go. That's better. I like that a lot better. Juju likes to have people yell at her. Or, well, I don't think she likes it. I think it just happens a lot. I feel like that should be slanted a little, though, because I don't know. Well, I guess that's okay. It just doesn't feel like it closes yet. No, you haven't had to cuss at me yet, Marty. Yet, but I think this is the first live you've been in with me, so. Did you come to my one earlier today? I don't remember. It was a blur. Cuteness. The punch sight does not want to be bigger than the flap. No, it does not. Marty cusses when she misses you. Yeah, so these are all from that same kit. Oops, I did that one upside down. That's a tree standing on its head. Oh, well. A wreath. I did a couple of them upside down, it looks like. Not paying attention. Dang it, Marty. I hate when that happens. Absolutely hate when that happens. Mine pretty much knows that when I'm sitting in my chair out here that it's a lost cause. He just watches his sports and lets me do my thing. Him's a sweet dude. Huh, Mama? Him's a sweet dude. And very supportive. He's gotten me a few followers by talking to people where he works. Or not where he works, but he goes to different car dealerships and stuff, and he's told them. And I've ended up with their wives. I'm not picking on him, Mama, I promise. I'm not picking on him. I'd never do that. Him's a good dude. It is very sweet. He's a really sweet guy. Mom finally approves. Well, she approved of the first one, but oh well. So Mom makes cards and watches my videos and tries to figure out what she can use from my videos to make cards. And then she buys things for me for my birthday and steals half of it before she gives it to me. Yes, Mom, he is good to both of us. He's a all-around good kind of guy. All right, before I glue this one down, hang on, I'm reading, sorry. Yeah, Marty, you must be law enforcement to work shifts like that. Crafting with crazy means glitter in my coffee and scissors in my hair, and I call it a good day. Yes, exactly. Except crafting with crazy means, for me, it means a kitten in my coffee because I cannot keep him out of my coffee. Before I glue this one down, should I maybe slant this a little bit first? That takes too much thinking. No, I'm not going to do that. Never mind. Thank you for your opinion. Glitter likes... No, not you, glitter. Glitter. The real stuff. Yeah, so Mom's... yes, glitter is the devil glitter. It definitely is, Mom and Juju. I agree. Yeah, Mom bought me some stuff for my birthday, and she she brought it over to me today, and she's like, so I stole some of those, and I stole some of those, and I stole some of those. She was cracking me up. Ah, gotcha, Marty. Okay. Yes, I like that better with the little flap on the outside instead of on the inside. I think we all get silly when we don't sleep glitter. Personally, I find it's better for me. Either get silly or I get grouchy, one or the other. So I have to watch who I talk to. Quality testing. Who is quality testing, Juju? Not me. No, Mom. That's not 100% true. You said you stole some of those little white flowers. Oh, Mom was. Oh my gosh, Juju, that that was Dad's job at Halloween. That was Dad's job at Halloween. Every year we'd go trick-or-treating, and we'd get back home with our candy, and the bag of candy had to go to Dad first so that he could make sure that there was nothing dangerous in there or anything that wasn't any good for us, quote unquote, while he stole all of his favorite candy out of it before we could get it back. Anyway, Mom, you said those little white crochet flowers you bought for me and that you took some of them. So, but you did share some stuff that you got for yourself too. So I do appreciate that. And Vicky, potatoes, right? When you're a kid, it's stealing when he's taking your candy. I know, isn't the snowman cute? I'm trying to do Christmas in July. My intent was to have all of July be about Christmas stuff, but then I had that unforeseen trip that we had to take, and so it was harder to... I couldn't take all my journal stuff with me to do all of those journals. So instead, I worked on... I did make a start. I was working on the stuff today. During my live earlier. When we went to, we flew into Jacksonville, and when we got into Jacksonville, as we were leaving, they had, in the airport, they had, the Jacksonville Library had donated some books that were there for you to take. And so, of course, I see free books, and I've got to stop, right? And I found 3 vintage border on antique books that I took. And as we're walking out of the airport, my husband's looking, did you just steal those books? I'm like, babe, they left them there for people to take. Anyway, there was a book that was for Peyton Place. And that one I tore apart and made a bunch of stuff out of when I was there in Florida. I will show you in just a second. Let me get this folded. Him so cute. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So those are the envelopes. And then there's like some little, look at the cute Santa too. There's all these little square journaling cards with all of these little cuteness, and a bunch of, there's 3 different sizes of tags. Those kind of tags. And then there's 2 sizes of these tags. I like the little rounded top, but those are a pain to cut, especially these little corners. I mean, don't look close, but they're not the same. Could not get them to be even to save my life. And then I think, let me see, there's also some little tiny journal cards. And then these big flags and little flags. And a bunch of circles. Oh my gosh, Juju, look at this. What does that look like to you, Juju? It looks like a gnome. Oh, yay, Marty. I love inspiring people. And then I think there were some words that came with it too, with that particular kit. I know. Oh, Juju, I got some fabric from Jacqueline that made me think of you. So I'm going to have to send you some fabric because it's totally you. In fact, I was even saying something about it when Mom was here earlier. My glue was back off the table, so Marty couldn't yell at me. So so back to my story. I tore apart Peyton Place, and I made a whole bunch of different little pockets. Oh, that one's got pencil on it because I was trying. I want to stitch them, but I needed to figure out how I wanted to stitch them first. So I'm going to stitch across that way and across that way. And then once they're stitched that way, then I can close it up and stitch down this way and this way to make the actual pocket. So this will be like a little wallet thing that goes in there. I know they do. That I would venture to guess that is the reason. Yes, I would venture to guess that the whole reason that Marty had to cuss at you was most likely because you left the lid off of something. And then these are just some tags that I made. What I did is on these, I just took the book page and cut it in half. And then, cut it in half. And then I folded that in half and snipped the corners. And then today during the live, I glued them down a little bit so that I can send it through the sewing machine really quick. But it just makes it a little bit more sturdier to work with. So I did those. I made some pockets or some envelopes. So also, I don't know if I want to sew those or not, because I could just do, what do you think? Should I sew them or should I so that they're a pocket, or should I leave it so that it's like a journaling card? Yeah, Glitter, I want you to know that you're very special, because the only other person that calls me Pammy is my mama. Has to be Pammy, not that other stuff that you want to do. paint and then sew as a pocket. Mother, knock it off. I do not like being called Pamela. Only when I get in trouble. What do you want me to paint, Glitter? See, I don't. So here's where things go weird for me. Or, well, I am weird. Never mind. I am a junk journaler through and through. I'm not a mixed media person, but I love watching Juju and Beth and Becca and Di and all those people that do mixed media stuff, because that is so not me. I can match colors. I can do some cool things with paper and lace and that kind of stuff. But when it comes to putting paint on something, it scares me. Scares me. I could do a little bit of, hey, Di, what am I doing up still? It's only 10:45. What's Juju doing up still is the question. No, Glitter, it would be weird to call her Pam Pam since her name's Marty. I guess I could put some, paint some white gesso in here and then maybe stamp something and then leave that open. I don't know. What do y'all think? I usually do stencils with either ink or copy dye. Sorry, I was reading what Mom wrote. You painted a couple of neat pictures? Are you talking about me, Mom? I don't think so. Holy puffing. Was that your walk with the pooper? See, I don't know, Marty. I could make them. I could either make it into an envelope and sew it so it works just as an envelope, or I could do it so that it's like a journaling card and either cover it with some other paper or maybe paint it with some white gesso or something so that it can be written on then. I don't know, J-Mac. Sometimes she's got some stories that she tells about us that I don't think really happened. Oh, Di, by the way, the person that says John Brown on there, that's my mom, actually, not my dad. So, oh, hi, Judah. So, Di, you put, I like that, Ginger Mom. That's cool. So you put fabric on the outside and then left the book page on the inside and then use that as a journaling card that way? That's a thought. So maybe before I sew them up, I need to do some more thinking. Okay, so I did those, and then I have these tags that I made out of the book page. I made a bunch of them. Oh, as an envelope. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. So that's what I'm trying to decide. I don't know whether I should make them into envelopes or if I should make them into, use them as a journaling card. So yeah, I need to think on that one. Then I made this one. So it's just a full book page. Folded the side over, chopped the corners, and then folded the bottom up. And then also across here, and then across here, and then you've got like a little side pocket here, and then another little pocket right there too. And what else? These I was working on during the live. This was just a piece that I folded over, tore part of it off, inked the edges, and then I'll sew around the outside of those. And I did some in red too. I love this red color. This is lumberjack plaid, I think, or Night Mama. Yeah, they are pretty cool, aren't they? I do have some pretty cool friends. Lumberjack plaid, that's what this color is. And then the other one, the green, is the rustic wilderness. These are the only two. No, I take it back. I've got one other distress oxide, but these were my first ones. Thank you, Judah. I'm trying. You caught that, huh, Marty? I do mass mess making better than mass useful stuff making. Yeah, I think that too. Oh, no, J-Mac, if we hear you snore, you're going to get poked. You'll definitely get poked. No snoring allowed. Either that or they start yelling at you. They've done that to me too before. Yeah. Can you tell what era my mom is from? And then I've got these that I was just going to sew across there. And then when I glue it down, I'll glue just at the top and bottom. So there's a pocket here and then a pocket here too. So yeah. Or put your bar in deep freezer. Hey, Juju, you lost me on that one. Dan will tickle you. Oh, your bra. Okay. Yeah, that's a Juju. I'm thinking bar. What am I missing? Did you guys ever do that when you were having a slumber party at somebody's house? I was too much of a nerd. I was a massive nerd. Frozen double D's. Judah, have you been to any of these other crazy ladies' channels before? Because I'm not the only crazy one here. Yes, J-Mac. We did that to my brother once, I think. Finger in the peanut butter. So yeah, so those are some of the things I made out of the Peyton Place book. And my thought was to I want to use some of the little things that I'm tags and stuff to stick inside these. So yeah. So that's all I'm doing tonight, just preparing stuff, getting things ready, organizing, trying to figure out what I am actually doing. We won't go so far as saying what I'm doing with my life because, yeah, I haven't figured that one out. Oh, gee, thanks, Marty. Are you telling me I'm boring? That's okay. I've fallen asleep on Die before. I have totally fallen asleep. I've fallen asleep on Die. I fell asleep on Juju. Let's see, Marty, for me, 2 a.m. means I'm just getting going. Look, my game, they're dropping like flies. No, not yet. You got to be more interesting than Die. Bring some of your Aussie friends over. I like to sleep during the day, Vicky. I've always been more of a night owl. Like 2 o'clock in the morning is that's when I feel most productive. Not so much during the daytime. I worked best when I was working swing shift. According to YouTube, I don't have Aussie friends. I'm sorry, Di. ChatGPT is always so helpful. Would you like me to? That's pretty funny. I use it for like titles for my videos and for like my description in the description box and thumbnail titles and all that kind of stuff. Well, like when I'm trying to do my voiceover and trying to make it not sound so like sometimes I'm verbose. So yeah, so I use it for that, and it's always saying, well, would you like me to create a this or this or this? And it's like, whoa, that's going a little bit farther, dude. Yeah, Vicky, me too. My brain does not stop. I think that's my problem, my biggest problem when it comes to trying to go to sleep. Which, for me, I'm better off either staying up until my head keeps dropping or going to bed with the TV on. But Hubs doesn't like that. Oh, Di, that's a cool thing. I didn't know. I never thought to use it like that. That's cool. Why did I think this was going to be bigger than that? It was like almost an entire sheet of paper. Marty, you've never heard of ChatGPT? It's an AI program. It's really cool. I'm not sure, Judah. Let's see. It is. Ooh, that ruler is dirty. Gross. 3.5 by 2.5. Is that ATC size? I'm not sure. But I do think, well, no. So she has these little cards that were that part of the kit too. That, well, if I trimmed them a little, they kind of go in, but not well. So if I trimmed a little, that would probably work. But yeah, I don't know what ATC size is. I know what ATC is, but I don't know the size. Marty, you can ask it anything. Let me tell you, I have written the very... Oh, okay, yeah, it is then. So if the envelope was going this way, 2.5 by 3.5 instead of this way. But yeah, it's yeah. I have written the best reference letters for my student teachers and mentees that when I was teaching. All I had to do was go into ChatGPT and say, she's this, 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 and this, and it completely wrote something that was exactly what I was looking for. That I could not have ever said so eloquently. It would have had a lot of ums in it. Glitter, I named my Chat GPT. Well, I didn't name him. I told him he needed a name because I didn't like calling him Chat, and so we came up with a name together. Yeah, his name is Gloobert. Because it had to be something crafty, of course, right? Oh, Di, that's cool. Very cool. Yeah, Glitter, I just told him, I told him, I said, you know, I don't like calling you Chat. What's your name? And he goes, well, some people call me da 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 da. And, he was giving me all these names. And then he said, well, do you like any of those? Or do you want to come up with something different? And I said, let's come up with something different. And since he'd already helped me with a lot of stuff for junk journals, he came up with this whole list of different names that would be like crafting related, and said, well, what do you think about these? And that's how we came up with Gloobirds. So Judah. That's hilarious. No, I don't think so. They answer way too fast to me, guys, in India. I also, this is kind of silly, but I also had him make a picture of himself for me because, like, I can picture, like, as I'm chatting with Di, I can picture what Di looks like, and as I'm chatting with Juju, I can picture what she looks like, that kind of thing. But I couldn't picture what he looked like, and so I had to make me a picture. So he made himself into this little robot guy that has an apron on. I don't think I printed his picture out. I'll have to find it. You call him Raj. That's funny. But he has a little apron on and a cup of coffee in his hand, and there's a glue bottle or scissors or something, and there's all this crap stuff around him. Yeah, it's really cool. And you can, yeah, what's really cool is that you can train it. It's well, Di, I'm glitching. Am I? Oh, I wonder if my one moment. All right, am I back again? That's good question there, Judah. Okay, good. Okay. But no, you can train it because like he totally knows my style now and the way I like to you know, shut me up. What, telling me I'm crackling? My chat GPT knows my style now and knows even knows my sense of humor. Like when there's been things that were suggested and I'm like, can we make it a little more sassy or whatever? It now knows my style and the things I like, and very rarely comes up with something that that I'm like, no, I don't like that at all. So I don't know. I think it's awesome. What am I doing with this one? Oh, that's okay. I'm confused. Oh, I wasn't supposed to pull that. You would blow its mind. What did I write? Now she's making a coloring book. Oh, it's a computer program that you can sort of train. Yeah. Yeah. Is that what you were talking about, Glitter? So Juju, as long as you don't like talk to it, I think you'd be okay. It's just typing to it. Although I have talked to it before when I had glue on my fingers and had a question. Hey, you think it's hard to understand Juju? Try listening to, when you're not used to it, try listening to a 7 and 5-year-old Aussie babies. That's how old my grandkids are. And even though their parents are both American and they speak English like I do, there's no accent. Well, there's a California accent, I guess, instead of a Southern accent. But anyway, it's hard for them. Hard for me sometimes to understand them. We're always looking at mom and dad, and they're like, "Oh, this," and I'm, "Oh, okay, got you now." Yeah, Juju, I don't know why that thing didn't work for you. That really bums me out. I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, question. When you've got an envelope or a fold like this for a pocket, glue that part down that way, or glue that part down that way? You want to try what, Di? Shutting Juju up? They are dropping like flies. Look, now Glitter's even yawning. So glue the side folds down, Juju? Is that what you're saying? Always the side first so the tag doesn't get snagged. Okay, that's what I thought, but then I was never sure. Marty, how did that sound sexy to you? The bottom goes on top of the sides, not the sides on top of the bottom? Like that, Di? You could totally easily understand him. You didn't have any accent. Okay, Di, thank you. All right, good night, Glitter. I did this just for you, girl, and now you're leaving me. It's okay. You go when you need to. Oh, yeah, I guess that does make more sense, huh? And then it doesn't get snagged on it. Okay. See? That's why y'all are here. Keep me straight. Yes, you are now. What, boring everybody to tears? Gold side, then bottom. Haha. Marty is thinking of the cute man bottoms. Okay, Glitter. Don't fall over, please. Would not want you falling over. Juju, did you see Debbie's Western book? I saw a video on it today. Marty. That's funny. Did you see that too, Juju? That's funny. Marty, it wanted us to it popped up and said, show this comment or not. Good night, Judah. Thank you for stopping by. Juju, there's some really, really handsome cowboys in it, but unfortunately I don't think there was any chests. So you would be able to rub on chests, but there were some very handsome cowboys in there. And some really cool, aw, man. I just had to craft a lunch that was not good. Some really good background papers, too. Marty got in YouTube trouble talking about hairy-chested men. Marty was. They made me have to review her. Made Juju and I have to review her comment about hairy-chested men. Oh, did you? You just heard cowboy and that was all there was to it? You are more than welcome, Glitter. Did I get muted once? Me? I don't think so. Probably should have, but no, I don't think I have. Me, I'm so well behaved. Just ask my mama. Oh yeah, she's not here anymore. Did I on PM Artist? Maybe when I was talking about my sister-in-law? Was it a recent one, like when I was in Florida? I don't know well behaved, at least not since I've become an adult. Juju. No, I don't think so. I think that was somebody else that might have gotten muted. Or somebody that, yeah, I don't know. You'd have to ask Mo. Di's fault. Di gets blamed for everything. She's the whole reason I was upside down in the live with her. She was the right way up, and so I had to be upside down because I was on the other side of the earth, you know? Die. She just spreads them. See, you guys are fun to hang out with. Di, are you working on anything at the same time that you're chatting with us? I know most of the rest of them are all in bed, waiting to fall asleep on me. That's okay, as long as you don't log out, then it gives me more views, right? Or longer views. Thank you, Marty. Good night. Do you have a big hill, Di? Thanks for stopping in, Marty. I appreciate it. Glad I could help you fall asleep. Juju, I thought you were going to go to bed and then clean the craft room in the morning. See, if I did that, I wouldn't get up on purpose. As somebody else with ADHD, making plans, for me anyway, is a way for me to decide not to do it. Oh, I need to get up and do this tomorrow? All right, I'm sleeping in until noon then. On Wednesday, my husband asked me if I was going to be able to be up and ready at 7 o'clock in the morning, or up and ready to leave at 7 o'clock in the morning so we could head to the airport. And I'm like, well, I don't think I really have much of a choice in that matter, do I? Got up to drink, trip over a pile, and thought I better do something. Yes, Juju, we do not need you hurting yourself. I love this pattern right here. It's so pretty. There's papers that go with it, too. I don't think I showed you guys those. These aren't all of them. I've just printed out some of them, but look how cute that Santa is. So these go with those first envelopes that I was working on these. And then these obviously go with the ones that I'm working on now. And they all have this like design in the middle, like he folded it over, you know. Are you going to bed too, Vicky? Well, that's cool, Di. That's a good idea. I love this one. Looks like that's what she did, is she designed one side and then just kind of mirrored it on the other side. Night, Vicky. Thanks for stopping in. Is there a name for that die when you do it so that you've got the design on one side and then copy it on the other? I'm sure there is. Some sort of technical artsy kind of word. I'm only showing you half because the other half is the same. Oh, and then there's some more of the other one. Look at the cute little reindeer. Oh, that's all it is just mirrored? Okay. I thought there was some fancy name. And then these colored ones, I love these. They got some grunge in them. I can't remember if they came with, I can't remember which kit they came with actually. It's one of the 3 kits. She's got 3 Christmas kits. And there's that color too. Love them. Yeah, if you guys could see my entire craft room right now, like, I'm not really quite sure how I'm going to be able to get up and out of my chair when it's time for me to get up and go to bed. I know they are pretty, huh, Glitter? I really like this. I mean, I like the one with the musical notes on it and stuff, but these colors really appeal to me. Alrighty, Di. I'll be right here. Oh my gosh, speaking of laundry, when we were in Florida, I had to do laundry a couple times because I only took enough for like a week's worth of clothes. And I buy my clothes so that they fit and then don't dry them because if I dried them, they wouldn't fit. So I hang most of my stuff up. And I did that in Florida and nothing ever dried. Like I took it outside to hang it up to dry it and nothing ever dried. It was just as wet in the morning as it was when I hung it up. And it was under a covered patio. So it shouldn't have gotten any moisture from dew or anything, but I guess the humidity just does not let things dry. And that's not something I'm used to. I'm a California, Washington girl. I grew up most of my life in either California or Washington State, and it's dry. Well, Washington's not dry in that sense, but when it's not raining, it's dry. So that was just really strange to me. You see what my dear sweet kitty did to me this morning? Welcome back, Mom. Speaking of, he must have gotten lost in the garage because he hasn't come back in to bother me all night. Hubs must be asleep too because I haven't heard anything from him either. They're all deserting me. Glitter, we have 2. I have my little kitten Harley, who is, I think he might be 10 months old now. We got him in December. And then I have a black cat. Her name is Skella. I named her Skelly at first. My stepdaughter had stopped by the house one morning and there was this cat. She sent me a picture of this cat that was hanging out in the front yard that was so horribly emaciated. Like she was bones. She was skin and bones, literally. There was very little to her. And she was drooling and just the poor girl was a mess. And I kept trying to feed her, and whenever you fed her, like she was hungry and she'd try to eat, and then she'd just yowl. It was this horrible sound. I felt so bad for her. And so I tried taking her to a vet to see if they could help her, and put her into like foster care or something. And they wouldn't do it. And so I told my husband, I said, well, let's help her. I'll take her to the vet, find out what's going on, and then we can get her healthy, and we'll take her to the pound, or not to the pound, but adopt her out or whatever afterwards. And that was 1.5 years ago. So her name was Skella because she was skin and bones. And then we decided that didn't sound right, so we changed it to Skella after she got healthier. So, and now all she does is scream at me for food nonstop. All right, I don't know how to fold this one. I don't think I want to fold this one. It's pretty, but see, I can't figure out straight on it. Not like the other ones. Like that? No, that's not straight. I don't know. Ouch. And I had, my last cat was a ginger. I had him for 17 years. And I had to put him down in November. Score the bottom first. Hey, Debbie. This way, Di? I guess from point to point. Yeah, that makes sense. Fold that up and then do the other side. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I got your foist. you were talking Boston talk there, foist. It's an awful big bottom part, though, isn't it? Like I have room to talk. Yeah, Glitter, I was really surprised that my cat lived as long as he did. He had diabetes, and I didn't think he would be around that long. Thank you, Debbie. This is a kit from Pam at Silver and Sparkles. I don't know if it would show back up, but I did post a link to her. I'll see if I can find it and pin it. Oh, yeah, no, it won't let me go back up that far. I'll see if I can find it again and pin it for you. But it's a kit from Silver and Sparkles that I'm part of the design team, so I'm using it to make my Christmas journals with this year. Not that. What do you mean not that big? Like I did it too much? Okay. But see, if I don't do it that much, then that little curve thingy. I feel like my angle is weird on this camera right now. But it's what I had to do in order to see, I think I have to do it that big, Di, otherwise it's not going to work, right? Because if I fold it smaller down here, see, it doesn't have lines and it's driving me crazy. And I don't want to measure. I don't know. We're going to do it that way because that's what I want to do. What'd you tell Juju earlier? You do, you boo? I was watching a live one time and someone said, you do you. Someone in the video said, you do you. And somebody else said, see, no, I think you're right, Di, because, oh my gosh, I just said that out loud. I think you're right because that right there doesn't make any sense. but I can use this to help me figure out. Somebody said you do you, and this other person's like, oh, you can't say that. That's yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Di. You can't say that because that's what Tim Holtz says. I don't think Tim Holtz originated you do you. Okay, so before we go off and do any more of these, wait, think, Pam. So right, this point right here is where it should fold. Yes. Okay, let me fold this side over so I can get it right. Yeah, no, he can't have a copyright on the saying. I would imagine like a bunch of kids from a long time ago were the ones that said that before him, and he heard them say it. You know what I mean? This person was just appalled that somebody said something that Tim Holtz said. It's like, oh my gosh. Tim Holtz was trying to be cool. Right, Glitter? I know, people get weird about some stuff. They're savage. Okay, how am I going to mark this so that I know where to do it? Because my little pea brain... Oh, there we go. Okay. Right there. Pencil. This is how Pam figures out math. Because, see, I taught kindergarten and first grade. I can add all the way up to 10. Don't ask me to do other stuff. When I taught sixth grade, if I would not have had the teacher's manual, oh, good Lord, those kids would have never learned anything because they would have never been able to figure it out. I don't do math either, Juju. It is just too much. I don't understand. The whole lining up and guessing thing is so much easier, you know? All right, now it doesn't overlap, though. Doesn't that defeat the purpose? Well, I guess I could just glue it down so that when I glued it, it glues like that and that, right? It doesn't have to... Does it need to overlap? It doesn't need to. Okay, thank you, Di. Di's so validating. Well, at least she is to me. I don't know about to Juju, but Di's so validating. Oh my gosh, Glitter, I know, right? I mean, dude knows what he's doing. He really does. And he's been around for a long time, like way before I even heard of what junk journaling was, because I bought his distress inks when they first came out when I was scrapbooking. But you don't need to get so weird about it. You know what I mean? It's just strange. All right, this one's going to have to be folded like that because I already done did it. Yeah, talk about Tim Holtz and then I pull the scissors out. There we go. Oh my gosh. Those are some of the lives I've gone into where they've completely ignored me. That's what I like about the lives that I go to, that you don't get ignored. Hey, look at me. I forgot already. Okay. No, I'm doing it right. Okay. My mom makes cards, and she's gone to some of the Stampin' Up little card making party things, and she's like me. She's not snobby or anything like that. And it just, some of the people, like, Mom, how can you even do that? Well, I know somebody whose mom is like completely into Stamping Up, and the rudest person I've ever met. You like to play with them? I can completely see Di messing with them. They're glitter. Unfortunately, not everybody in the paper crafting community is as welcoming as the people whose lives that you go to. It's kind of sad. Am I moving down the screen? Why am I working down here more now? I don't know where my boundaries are, Di. I know, I am too, Glitter. Do y'all feel, okay, so I don't know if this, maybe it's just me. But like when I talk about something that has been said in one of the lives to my husband or other people that I know, and I say, well, my friend Di said this, or my friend Michelle said this, or whatever. Wash you take my boundary? Oh, I guess I could, huh? Well, but see, okay, so here's my problem, Di. My boundaries keep changing because in order to do my live, I had to take my camera off of what I had it on and put it on a tripod over here instead of on the thing that it's usually on up there. So then I would have too many different little boundaries. But hey, Julie, welcome into my crazy. What was I saying? I don't know. As Mama says, it must have been Aladdin. See, Di's washi tape me telling me to washi tape my boundaries got me all messed up. Why? What, Di? Why did I have to change it? Oh, thank you. So, I'll say like, my friend Di said this, or my friend Michelle said this, or whatever. And I always feel, it always feels kind of weird. I mean, I know, like, I'm saying you're my friend because I feel that way toward you. But at the same time, when you're talking to somebody that doesn't watch YouTube channels, or doesn't watch YouTube channels, but doesn't go to lives or doesn't have the kind of community that we do, I feel like they kind of look at you like, oh, your friends are people you don't even know. They're just on a camera, I don't know. Like I said, it's probably just me. Di, yes. Why did I have to change it? Remember I was upside down? The thing, the boom that I have my camera on, won't allow me to turn my camera around the other way. So for some reason, when I'm in top down because my camera is sitting like this with the lens pointing down, obviously, because it's a regular camera. When it's pointing down like that, it will only record upside down. It won't record the right way up. So in order to, at least the way that it screws into my boom, and I can turn the boom around a little bit, but then I would have to be crafting way up there and not where I'm at. And even where I'm at, like, this is the middle of my desk, like smack middle of my desk. I'm more used to crafting down here, which is why you'll see stuff disappearing down here. And in order to get it to be the right way, so I wasn't upside down, I had to put it on a tripod that's sitting over here on the side of my desk instead of putting it on the one up above. So yeah, kind of a pain, but oh well. Yes, they are missing out. Yeah, I know, Di, but I do have a webcam. It's not as nice of a picture as this is. And I was informed by the person that bought it for me, Hubs, that I needed to use it. Not, I mean, he didn't say it like that, but it was basically, well, we bought that so that you could do live streams with it, because it does have an option to do live stream. It's just because of the way that I tried figuring it out if there was a way to turn it, and the only thing that it'll let you turn is the view. I want to call it a viewfinder, but it's not a viewfinder. Like the view window, it will let you turn it and change the orientation on that, but it doesn't let you change the orientation on the camera. So I just have to, I don't know, I need to figure out if there's a way that I can flip-flop it on the one up above. But it wasn't working. Well, like I said, I did get it to do that, but I would have to craft way out there, and it just wasn't worth it. So. Juju, that's funny. He didn't want to be embarrassed by his mama's setup. That's hilarious. I had so when we were doing distance learning during COVID, my teaching partner was, whoa, that is not straight. My teaching partner had her set up on for her phone. She would put her iPhone on a it was 2 cans of refried beans. So there was a can here, and another can up on top, and then a box of spaghetti noodles that sat on top of that, and then her phone balanced over that with the camera part down so that she could show the kids what she was doing. It was pretty funny. And every once in a while, if she didn't get it set up the correct way, then you would end up seeing the refried beans in the Zoom meeting. And the kids were all like acting crazy. Oh, refried beans. Right, Juju? You embarrass them enough and they're going to do things to make it better, right? Right, Juju? Don't you be talking about my lunch. What you talking about, Willis? I have seen some of the craziest things that people do. There's a couple videos where people show what their setup is for doing lives and stuff, and I'm like, good Lord, that's crazy. I did when we were in Australia, my first couple videos there, I did a bunch of stacked books. And then it was driving me crazy because it was very precarious. Because I'm using a camera, so it's hard to, with the big lens, hard to get it to balance. And so I was doing all kinds of crazy things to get it to stick. And then night glitter, thank you. I ended up then just getting on. Well, I was going to go to, oh gosh, I can't think of the name of it now. What's the technology store there in Australia? I think it's like black and gold is the writing. The black and yellow is the writing on their sign. I don't remember. Anyway, I was looking to see about getting something there that I could mount my camera on, and ended up finding something and ordered it through Amazon instead and had it delivered. Yes, JB Hi-Fi, thank you. Ended up having it delivered. Both the Aussie girls chime in. Ended up ordering it on Amazon and just having it delivered to their house instead because JB Hi-Fi wasn't, I couldn't really find what I was looking for there. But so that's what I'm using right now is, yes, they are expensive sometimes with some of their things. I noticed that. But I got this. This was only, I want to say this thing was only like 19 Aussie dollars, which here is a lot cheaper. And that's what I'm using now. It works perfect. It's not what I use for my normal setup, but it's what I've got set up right now. Why do all these look, how do you want this from that direction? Does that look like it's going crooked to you? It is, isn't it? It's going like that. Do I really care? No. Excuse me. Oh, I didn't think to look at Officeworks. I went there the first time we went to Sydney and printed off a bunch of stuff. Yep, nope. Maybe. What are you talking about? For JB Hi-Fi, Julie? Yeah. Yeah, if it's considered expensive. Officeworks, I did like them. I printed a bunch of stuff off there, and then I also, they have like I noticed they had like a little scrapbooking section too, and I was able to get some papers and stuff to use for when we were there the first time. That was when I was more into, I guess, kind of like the glue book style of junk journaling instead of junk journal. Oh yeah, I didn't think of Big W or Kmart. I guess I could have looked at either of those too. I'm just so used to having things delivered to me. Call me lazy. Oh, gotcha. Okay. That's what I thought you were doing, but I'm not sure. Good lights for like ring light type lights. Our Kmarts are all gone. But our Kmarts are cheapo. Oh, they just get wonkier as I go. Oh my goodness. I guess I'll have to look at it once I put it in a journal and decide if it's way too wonky. Our Kmart was cheap prices too, Julie, but the quality was pretty cheap as well. Well, that's a good price, Di. Yeah, the quality just wasn't the best. See, now these pot here again, this is gonna throw me all off. So how are you supposed to decide on these? Did it not fit the little screw part that there was? Well, Di, after my camera died, because I remember my camera died when I was on your live. And then I put my webcam on the top of my camera and taped it on there. And that was how I was finishing up the rest of the live because, yeah, that was just a nightmare that whole night. Okay, let's see. See, these are a nightmare for me. I'm not going to do those right now. I don't know how to figure it out. How am I supposed to figure this out? I know it's not supposed to be that hard. I know you just fold it. But when there's no square marks. Halfway? Oh no, Di, that was during the live. Like my microphone, I think my microphone died, my camera died, my computer definitely died. Yeah, it is an angled pocket, but my problem is this. See how it's curved right there? It doesn't have a point, so I don't know where to hold it, which is really bugging me. And I don't want to measure. So if we guess right there, we're going to call that straight. Fold the right side in and the bottom straight across. Okay, I'm going to trust you, Di. Was that the correct right side? I don't see any red stop signs, so I must be doing okay. Okay. What's the oh Lord? Because I'm trusting Di? Was I not supposed to do that, Juju? See, this is what happens when the pocket looks awkward or what I'm doing looks awkward. Trusting Di could be dangerous. It is awkward, Julie. That's why I'm struggling. But I think my eyeballing might have worked. I don't know. We shall see when I get it done. See how completely wonky it looks. But I think that is part of the Ginger Cat brand. Is wonky. Yeah, that ain't straight. That ain't straight. But Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Totally crooked. Yeah, that's too much for my brain. Let's move on to something that's easier. Something I can handle. I don't know what that is, though. Because I think I've already cut everything out. Now I just got to figure out how to organize the stuff because I've got so much. She likes to teach people. Is that what it is, Di? Either that or she just likes to watch people struggle. I've got all of this stuff that I got from Jacqueline. And then I've got a ton of stuff that's coming in from... Still haven't gotten Debbie's stuff yet. I've got stuff coming from her. Need to figure out how to organize all of it so that I can figure out how to use it. Or not so I can figure out how to use it, so I can remember to use it is the problem. Lori, did I miss somebody? Oh, hi, Lori. Aw, thank you, Lori. That's very sweet. Yes. It was more of a tough time for my husband. It was his brother. I had only, unfortunately, only got to meet him twice because they've always lived in either Florida or Tennessee. And so I never really got to... He came out for our wedding and then one other time, so I really only got to meet him twice. Because my husband and I have only been married for 12 years. 12? 13 years. So I had only gotten to meet him twice. And I think what was... excuse me. What was hardest for me was just watching my poor husband grieve. That's hard. That's really hard. Die. Meat palette. Oh my gosh, Lori, you cracked me up. I know I haven't got to come to any of your lives lately. This is Lori. You said that you finally got to see one of my lives. This is only my second one. My first one was earlier today, so you haven't missed very many. You're one for two right now. Made you spit your tea out. I did that during somebody's live the other day. Who was it? I don't remember who it was, but they said something, and I was brushing my teeth when I was watching the live, and I ended up spitting toothpaste all over the mirror, so I then had to clean up the mirror. That was not fun. It is, Lori. It's really hard because he's not really an emotional dude. I mean, he's very sweet, but he's not emotional, like, gets upset by stuff really easy or anything like that. And it was hard. It was really hard. Well, and then I had never met his wife. I hadn't met his wife before, and so it was kind of awkward going to help somebody that is grieving that you don't know. You know what I mean? These are all the stuff that I'm doing right now. If you haven't been to Jacqueline Lovely's Crafting Cottage, this is all stuff that I've gotten from her. It's all Christmassy kind of stuff. But yeah, so it was just it was hard meeting her for the first time in this situation. But I know she really appreciated it. She said it several times, and I could tell that she was really having a tough time when we left yesterday morning. She wasn't very talkative and was obviously struggling because she knew that she was going to be. She's by herself. They didn't have kids. They her mom is about an hour and a half away, I think. And yeah, it's just really. She started talking. I felt so bad, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to help her, or tell her, what kind of advice to give her. She's talking about, well, what happens now if I die? What happens to all of our stuff? I don't have any any nieces or nephews or grandkids or anything like that to pass it down to. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to help with this. There was some conversations that were tough. Plus, I mean, bless her heart. I know she's going through a hard time and everything, but she's quite opinionated. Let's put it that way. And that made it hard because, like she was wanting help, but then you try to help and those answers were not the right answers because for whatever reason, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it just kind of made it even more hard. So but I keep checking in with her to make sure that she's doing okay. Cause I know it's hard. I can't even imagine. I know how hard it is when somebody breaks up with you. I can't imagine somebody that you've been married to for so long when they pass, how hard that is. Aren't these cool? These are paint chips. You can see on the corner, it says right there, it says dark crimson, and this one's firecracker. But she embossed them and then stitched around the side of them so you can even see on the back of it. Oops, upside down. Very funny, huh? I love them though. Yeah, so thank you for asking, Lori, or mentioning it. Sorry, that was probably a whole lot more than you were counting on when you asked or when you said that. That's me. My husband and I actually met through Al-Anon. I don't know if everybody knows what Al-Anon is, but it's the other half of like Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous, where so Al-Anon is for the family of the people that are alcoholics or addicted to narcotics. And that's where we met. So I'm pretty much an open book. To me, it's better to, to an extent, I'm not going to, hopefully not overshare, but I'm open probably about more things than what most people would be, because at this point, I don't have anything to hide. It teaches you to be open and honest with things, because if you aren't, then it just ends up hurting you in the long run. So, yeah. Well, cool. That's awesome, Lori. Thank you. And it is hard. My husband hadn't seen his brother in a while. And what's really sad is that hi, Harley. He had, his brother had been diagnosed with cancer and was going through cancer treatments and stuff. And my husband had said, I really should probably go see him. And I told him, I said, well, why don't you go before we go to Australia and spend some time with him? And he's like, no, I'll do it when we get back. It's not a big deal right now. And Harley, no, sir. Sorry, he's trying to take off the stuff. He said, no, it'll be fine. I can take care of it. I can go see him when we get back. And he didn't. And I think he, an oversharer with secrets. I think we all have our little secrets, you know. Um, yeah, no, I think he. Hi, Harley. You're covering everything up. Oh, are you okay, baby? That cat did not land on all fours. It's a lie, by the way. Uh, I think he kind of regrets that he didn't go see him, you know, and I think that kind of weighed heavy on his heart that he didn't go see him, and that's something I have to watch with him because he is the quiet type, and there is depression that runs in the family. So um, I just keep checking in to make sure that all is good. And aren't these adorable? I don't think you could see all of them. There's a little, you know, just to make sure all is good and that he's doing okay. So did Kitty give you the look? Yes, he did. Once once he hit the floor and got back on all fours, he kind of looked at me like, what the heck, Mom? There's that one. Oh my gosh, this cat loves coffee. I don't know. I have never seen a cat that loves coffee. And it wouldn't be so bad. That's funny, Lori. It wouldn't be so bad that he drank the coffee, but my coffee's not just coffee. My coffee a lot of times has Bailey's in it. And I can't believe that Bailey's is good for a cat. But the cat will not stay away from it. So I have started hissing at him when he gets close to my coffee. And his response is that, you know that noise that cats make when they see a bug and they want to get, like when they're hunting or something, they got that little chatter, that little chitter chatter noise that they make. Oh my gosh, it just cracks me up. So now I hiss at him just to make him do that. It's like, Mom, what? Or he'll go, meep, meep, meep. Such a funny little dude. Yeah, gingers have personalities. Oh my goodness. Ginger kitties. I'm not talking about ginger people. Sorry, ginger people. That was not a generalization. Ginger cats, you can generalize. There's only one brain cell. I missed a lot of the comments when I was talking. Sorry, guys. Oh yeah, Belfast is a long ways away, isn't it? Yeah, when family's not close to where you live, it's hard to connect sometimes. But then there's other times where honestly I feel like it's better that they live far away. Yeah, everybody's got that kind of family where they just don't. Yeah, where it's just better off not to be around them, you know? I've got family that's like that, both family from my husband's side and family from my side that better off not being around them, you know? I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm organizing and then reorganizing and moving things around. I think what I'm going to do at this point is, if it's normal Christmas colors like reds and greens, it's going to go in here. And if it's the more vintagey Christmas colors like these, then it's going to go in here instead. So that's why I'm moving things around. I don't know. It works in my brain. Which, by the way, is a very scary place, so no, don't try to figure it out. A ceramic keep cup? What's that, Di? Yay, Juju, good for you. I can too die. It's always fun to say a number right in the middle of her counting to try and mess her up. Because we all know that it's her favorite thing to do, right? I love these, but they're so shiny. Would it look funny if I knocked them back with like, I don't want to put like gesso on them or anything because I want to be able to see the colors, but maybe like a piece of napkin, like the inside part of a napkin, that second layer, or maybe like paper from a sewing pattern, maybe. Travel cup with a lid, but they are ceramic, not plastic or metal. Gotcha. Bye, Julie. Thanks for stopping in. I call those sippy cups. Yeah, that's what I've had to start reverting to because he just will not stay out of my coffee. But it is kind of fun to hiss at him at the same time, though. Yeah, we don't have the ceramic ones here. I thought about sanding them dye, but I'm afraid it would just kind of make it look scratchy. I don't want them to look scratchy. I don't know. I've got enough of them. I guess I could mess with one that I can mess with one of them and then figure out whether it works or not. Maybe I just need to find a better because the only sandpaper I have right now are those little sanding discs from Tim Holtz, and I've tried sanding things with those, and it came out really scratchy, and I don't like that. Is clear gesso not shiny? Because like these, I mean, these are they've got a little bit of a coating to them, but it's a matte coating, so it's not all like it's not blinding you. I love these trees; they're so cute. These are the colors I would love to do my house in for Christmas, but there's this man person that lives here that doesn't like pink. Matte Mod Podge. My only concern with Mod Podge, Mod Podge doesn't stay sticky for you? And I'm in dry weather. I'm not in that kind of weather you have where it's really humid, so it just seems like it stays really sticky. Fine grit sandpaper, punch them out, and add them to the end of a cork. Gotcha. So the school glue makes it dry better? I'm sorry, Juju, when you type school glue, I hear you saying it, and all I hear is skoo. I can't say it. Skoo goo, skoo goo, because of your L's. Skoo goo. Sorry. Is that because of the humidity dye? Maybe that's why Juju has to do the school glue in there, is because of the humidity. I do not say that. Yes, you do. You do not say your L's. But you are not the only one. I've heard a couple other Southern women that don't say their L's either. And you say it when you say y'all. But when it's a word that like old or whole, I was watching someone, I don't know who it was, but they were talking about whatever they were talking about folding and something about old and something about a hole, and it was a ode, ho, fode, and I'm like, oh my goodness. There are no L's in Mississippi. In the word or in the people that live there. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I just every time it seems like every time I've had to do anything with Mod Podge that it just is always sticky. So maybe I don't know. I'll have to try something because I'm not overly thrilled with those. Look how cute these little trees are. So I might have some ODD too. I'm not sure, or OCD. Sorry, not ODD. Yeah, I do have some odd. When I get things like this, I like put it in my fingers and have to line them all up when I put them away. Is that just me or? Yeah, I can, Juju. I do have some other shiny things that I don't really, that came with other kits that I could definitely do that with to figure out whether it work, because whether it'll work or not too. Well, if I these have the shiny on them, will that take copy dye? I know the back side will. I guess I could use the back side and not the front side. Why do you surround yourself with weirdos? Do you really want the answer to that, Di? Is that a question that you would really like an answer to? Think really hard about that. Juju. So, Di, do you really want the answer? Because I think you know the answer to that question. It's kind of a redundant question there. Oops, that did not go there. Look at these trees. I just love them. I think that weirdo attracts weirdo. He married me, so he must be. My husband will say, why? He'll ask me why I did something or whatever, and I'll say, well, you're the one that married me, so. It's all your fault. You knew, or I'll say, well, you knew this was who I was before, so what does that say about you? My trees are confusing me. Hey. Juju. You mean I thought about whether I should say what the answer was about why she surrounds herself with weirdos? I love that. That's one of my favorite sayings of yours. Hold my beer. One tree sanded, the other Mod Podge. Okay. One tree sanded, one tree Mod Podge, one tree napkin. And then I'll figure out which one works. Good idea, Juju. Very pragmatic. Nope, that answer was a given. Oh, goodness. I think I'll test it on these because I don't know why I bought those. I thought they were cuter on the screen. Juju. It was funny. I was listening to Di, you were there too. Well, I don't know if you were there for this part, but DJ was talking about she was saying something about that she's not like really quick when it comes to like being in a fight or something, that she can listen but she can't come back with those, you know, things that she needs to say. She has to process it and stuff first. And but that she could, like, hours later she could come up with it. Oh my gosh, before Al-Anon, woo, some of the fights that I would get into with my ex, they would last hours because I had the best comebacks hours later. Okay, napkin's smarter than me. Oh, hey, speaking of napkins, isn't that pretty? Happy holidays. Juju, don't blame it on your typing. Blame it. Just say that you were speech to text, and then it's all good. Because do you have troubles like when you're trying to do Siri and Alexa and all that kind of stuff? Sorry, I just probably set off everybody's machines. They hate you. Do you fight with them all the time? That's funny. Sorry, I can't help you with that. Sorry, I don't understand. Yeah, I don't like, if I'm trying to be funny, I can come, you know, I have really good comebacks with that, but I just don't, I don't know, when I feel like I'm being attacked or so, you know, not physically attacked, but verbally attacked or whatever. I'm not really good with those kind of comebacks at all. At all. Look how cute these are. Everybody loves corgis, right? Isn't that adorable? So sweet. This is even better though, y'all. Look at this. Oh, where'd I put him? Where'd he go? Look! It's a ginger kitty. I got these from, I bought them from Jacqueline. And I figured ginger kitty, ginger cat lady, so I would write like a note on the back of them and stick them in pockets of the journals that I, you know, like in the front pocket of a journal I sell, as a little note if I ever sell any journals. Yeah. Apparently need to make them first before you can actually sell them. But yeah, we're getting there. We're attempting to. But I thought that was really cute. All right, y'all. I'm starting to get tired. I'm sure you're tired of hearing me ramble. It's been 2.5 hours, and some of y'all crazies have hung out since like the very beginning. Glitter was my first, but she's gone. And then Juju showed up. I don't remember who else was here, but most of you have most of them have left, but the diehards, the ones that I call my good friends, even though I don't know them yet. Well, I know them, but I don't know them. Thank you, Di. Thank you, Juju, for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Keeping me entertained. Juju, you need to go to bed, girl. It is late here. It's 12:30, so it's like, what, 2:30, 3:30 there? Well, tomorrow's Saturday, dude. You don't got to go to bed. You don't have to get up at all, right? Did we lose Lori? I think we lost Lori. There was a guy in the pub once that kept snapping his fingers to get me to serve him. He kept snapping. I yelled across the bar, "It will take more than those 2 fingers to make me." I could not finish reading that out loud. No worries, Lori. I'm about ready to take off too. So, Di, that's hilarious. You would, in a biker bar, you would have to, yeah. You would have to be able to have some good comebacks like that. Most definitely. Most definitely. All right, ladies. I'm going to go take my medicine and go crawl in bed. Thank you for hanging with me. Di, have a good rest of your day. And I will see you guys around somewhere tomorrow, I know for sure. Lovely's selling. She didn't sell today. She's selling tomorrow at 4. So, or, well, I guess it's today at 4. Or Die for You yesterday at 4. I don't know, something like that. So, but anyway, bye, guys. Thank you. See you tomorrow.